Hi, the title of this is eTechnology Portfolio. I decided to do mine on Google Sites, so I would type in at the top googlesites.com/sites. Then it would take me to this page. First, before you would be able to go on to Google Sites, you would have to make sure you have a Gmail account, which I do, so I typed it right there. I hit Next. And then it brings me to this page that you have to put in your password, which I already have, so click Sign In. And then it takes me to this page. And I already have a couple Google Sites that I have made. I made an example for this presentation just so I'll give you an idea what an e-portfolio would look like for it. So I clicked on preschool because I teach preschool. I actually do the paper portfolio still, but I talked to my tech person at work and he said that if we would do an online one, we would go under Google Sites would be an example of one that we might do. So instead of actually having my name here, I would probably have each child would be for their own portfolio. Then at the top, some things that I have to look at each month are journal samples, and we do different projects. So what I could do is I could enter their journal samples, which here's a tab. And then I just gave a little paragraph that talks about what my journal samples might be. I have to do it once a month, and it just gives me an idea to see where the child is, like maybe how they're holding their pencil, or are they still writing with scribbles, or are they starting to make letter forms, and I can add those files down here for each individual child. I also made just a tab at the top on projects just to give you an idea what things could go in a portfolio online. I put leaf projects. That was something we did in the classroom, so there's an example of some projects. And if I was doing this for each individual child, there would just be a leaf project for that child. We did some handprints for pumpkins. And here's with the pumpkins, and we also did turkeys for Thanksgiving. And then we did turkeys out of paper plates. So if, like I said, if I did this for an individual child, it would just have one picture in there for each of those projects to show what the child did. You could also put as many tabs as you want at the top for each child that you would do a portfolio for. Some disadvantages and advantages. Disadvantages to this site is, well, what if the site isn't working that day? Like, what if the internet's too slow? Then I can't upload anything. An advantage would be that I can put as much information on there as I want to. I do paper portfolios right now, so I am limited to how much space I have that I can put in a folder. But if I did them online, I could put up as much as I want. Another disadvantage is I would have to take pictures of all their work and upload them, or I would have to scan things like the journal samples to be able to put them up there. So it'd be very time consuming. But one nice thing about having the online portfolios is that parents could actually go on there and look up their own child. Like I could give them an account and they could go up and look at them anytime they want. Unlike with the paper ones, I do a lot of home visits, so I would have to take the folder with me, so they wouldn't be able to get to see it as often as they want. And plus, I would be limited to how much stuff I could put in there. So one nice thing about having it online is that there's so much space that I would be able to put as much as I want on there. And you can set it up however you want. I just decided this type of template, but there were tons of them that you could choose from. And you could put like a picture of the child on this side, about me. You could probably put the age of the child or other information that you would want to have on this portfolio. But like I said, with the HIPAA law, I couldn't put any pictures up to actually show you an example of one of my child. So I just picked myself to do it. But this is a great way that you could do a portfolio online. I think it's really easy. It's not too hard to try to figure out. And I think it's a great idea.